Yeah, go ahead, start the stream. Screw it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here tonight. We're live Richmond International Speedway for the RacinFreeks Sim Racing League, sponsored by Stock Car Racing Experience. Folks, I tell you what, if you're in the Pennsylvania, Pocono, Pennsylvania area, that is, check those guys out if you want to experience what it's like to drive one of these monster machines that we're about to see run around here tonight at Richmond. I'm Joe White up here in the booth, accompanied by John T. Wimmis. John, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing great, Joe. Excited to see this race here. I love this track, so I can't wait to get going.
Man, yeah, I tell you what, man, we got some of the best here with the cup action, and these guys are about to put it to the wind here, and they got a very hot track, very hot day to get it done with.
Yeah, it's going to get a little slick out there, and you're going to see these guys after, about good 10 to 12 laps or so, going to have to back it down a little bit, and we're going to see them sliding around some, just like they did in that Xfinity race today. If you caught that, that was a great race. Really good representation of what this track brings race-wise, and we should see that here.
Man, that's awesome. I tell you, well, tell us a little bit, man, what you think, man, these guys are going to go through here. I'm going to check on the sound here right fast because we're in practice. That's what we're seeing right now. We're seeing the cars go around, get set to go qualifying here pretty soon, folks. And I want to welcome all the viewers out there as always. Saturday night, man, action here. RacinFreeks. I mean, these guys race like a bunch of freaks, man, week in and week out. Sponsored by Stock Car Racing Experience. And I'll let my statistician man here tell us all about this track here.
Well, the biggest thing is the exit off of 2. It can get extremely tight coming off of there, and with your wheel input and you give it too much throttle, you can spin out there. And then especially coming off of 4, you can get loose there. So the biggest trick to this track is being able to get back to the throttle as quick as possible without spinning, obviously. And that's before the start-finish line. But you got to roll through these turns and roll through the center. It's very easy to push the front nose of these cars up the track. Even if you're on the brakes hard, it's still going to push. And if you get back to the gas too early, it's going to push. So very technical track when it comes to hitting your marks. But we're going to see these guys slipping and sliding around here and having to adjust their brake bias as we go. So probably see a couple spin outs tonight. Expect a couple cautions with the track temp being the way it is, and these guys running the tires off of it. And tires are also a big factor here. This track is very old, very abrasive, and just chews up the tires and spits them out. So they are absolutely no good after several laps. So you really got to take care of them.
Well, awesome. That's why I let you be the statistician, man. You explain that stuff, man, so eloquently.
Oh, I appreciate that. That's a big word again. You're over these big words, man.
Yeah. Webster and Google, man, it's an awesome thing.
You've been hitting the thesaurus hard.
Oh, man, I tell you what. Well, that's what we're doing here, folks. Have some fun. I hope each and every one of you had fun because we got 150 laps here, Richmond International Speedway. And I tell you, these guys are, I don't know if a ballet out here on the track would be an appropriate word for what they're going to do, but they are definitely going to do some battling out here side by side at this track because it can bring that style racing, like what you were saying, John. Very hot out here, very slick. Now, what we're seeing in practice, though, is guys look like they're being very patient. So, not seeing a lot of sliding out there. So maybe, just maybe, they've got the handle on it.
Well, I can tell you some guys that absolutely have a handle on it. Zach Hall and Tyler Conroy, Brandon Mullins, they've turned some pretty fast laps. Zach Hall ran a 20.936. And in these conditions, that is super fast. Very impressive to see these guys run some fast lap times. But everybody else is fast as well. So any guy here in this field right here could take this thing tonight. It's all about tire management. If you're getting a long green flag run, you got to take care of your stuff.
Well, Zach Hall, he's just one of the regulars here who week in and week out just performs. I mean, I guess we could just nickname him the performer because, man, that guy, man, every time he gets on the track, it's a performance, and it's a darn good one.
Yeah, we know he's got a lot of speed too. He shows it during the race. I mean, normally I would say, that's a fast lap, but that's just one lap out of many that he's turned in practice. So,
Yeah.
you know, did he just luck up and get it? But no, man is fast everywhere he goes. Tyler Conroy is another one that's very fast. Ran a 21.008. Tom Dryling now moved up into third with a 21.064. Brandon Mullen 21.085. So these guys are fast, but is that same speed going to be there for those qualifying laps?
Yeah, no doubt. Well, you're right. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure about what the fastest times is here. You might know that. So I'm not, you know, I'm kind of unfamiliar territory when it comes to lap times and whatnot. I do look at them here like what you're looking at. So
Well, I can tell you a 20.9 is pretty fast. That's booking it.
okay.
I was in a race the other night in the A race with some guys that ran 20.6s.
Oh God. Whew. Yeah, that's bad fast. Wow.
Yes, and so after the race, I got into a little conversation with them about how they did it and what their tricks were that they had up their sleeve, and they gave me a little info there. So made some adjustments on my wheel and went and turned some laps. So
Man, that's awesome.
it was pretty good information though. The guy, his name was David Washington, and he is ranked 50th on iRacing, and I didn't know that until after I spoke with the man after the race. And he was extremely awesome to deal with, gave me a ton of great information, so I really appreciated that. And just doing what he told me to do, man, I picked up 3/10. I mean, didn't change a thing about how I drove.
Wow, man.
So the guy knows what he's talking about, obviously, to be 50th on iRacing. And
Yeah.
just that same night, I was like going through the standings. I check them every once in a while, and I saw his name in 50th. I was like, that's the same guy I was just talking to 5 minutes ago. It's like, well, he knows what he's talking about. So that's pretty awesome. But a 20.9 right here, that's super fast. I mean, that's still killing it.
Yeah, that's wow. Yeah, I mean, I don't ever get that lucky, man, to meet somebody. Dadgum.
Maybe you need to get your I rating up. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I must be. Yeah, hey, I agree with you. I ain't gonna argue. You know, hey, no doubt.
I almost made a joke today about calling you Jammin' Joe White because you can jam up the tunes or you can jam somebody in the wall.
Yeah, well, you know, hey, you got to be good at something, man. So,
I was gonna tag Kenneth.
yeah, you definitely got to be good. Yeah, well, what he's referred to, folks, is we raced last night, and it was fun. You know, I'll admit it was a fun race. And Rockinham's really just not my best of tracks. I really don't care for it. It's too bumpy, but a lot of guys like it. And yeah, me and old Kenneth Johns got into each other there a couple times, and it's just one of them racing things, man. You know, we can all get mad and all get upset over it, but you know what? Hey, it's the next day. Who cares? We're heading into qualifying. So, you got any favorites?
I mean, obviously, I mean, picking Zach Hall's like saying, you know, Jimmy Johnson's going to be fast somewhere. You know what I mean? It just, you know, he's fast.
Not fair.
You know, Tyler, he's very consistent with what he does, so you know, look for him to put down a good time and you know, have a good race and be up front the whole time. So Tyler, if I had to pick somebody, that'd be my go-to right there.
Yep, absolutely. Well, we're here live, folks, ladies and gentlemen, at Richmond International Speedway here, RacinFreeks Sim Racing League, sponsored by Stock Car Racing Experience, and we're about to just set to do 150 laps around this little short speedway here with these monster machines, is what I like to call them. And right now we got 19 of the best here. It's going to do battle on this track tonight. They're going to put it side by side, and they're going to dance some tunes around here with V8 horsepower, no less. And I want to welcome the viewers as always. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Live, Twitch tonight, and I'm pumped up, ready to go.
What about the tweeter?
And we Twitter. We're on Twitter, so y'all can check us out on Twitter.
He's everywhere. He's everywhere.
Yeah. And if you want to check us out on the web, check us out at onlinesimracingnetwork.com. You can check out the web there. And obviously you can check us out on Facebook too at OSR Network. Check out the website. So yeah, you're right, Tim, out there in the chat. Richmond, it's another short track. We came from Bristol last week to really the short track dome, so to speak, to here at the short track of Richmond, and That's kind of in your territory, just a little bit, maybe on the other side, but it's still same state you in, John.
Yeah, it's a 3-hour drive from here in Martinsville, so it's not that far. And when I was in the Army, I was stationed at Fort Lee, which is right outside of Richmond. And I drive home all the time, every time I had a day off and play golf or do something just to get away. But I've been to that track and I love it. There's not a bad seat in the house there. That's a lot of action all over the place. This is one of my favorite tracks. I like a lot of tracks, but this is one of my favorite short tracks. And so I'm really excited to see this and watch that extended race today from start to finish. It was a great race too. So looking forward to this race and looking forward to tomorrow. I'm sure that the Cup guys are going to be just as awesome as the race was today. And then there towards the end of the race, they're going to turn it up, buddy.
Oh, man, yeah, as always. Well, we're hoping they turn it up here tonight as they have some good, exciting racing here. So we're watching these guys do the qualifying. I'm kind of just fanning through some of the camera angles here as they do an open style qualifying here. So you get to see kind of all the cars in action. It's almost like a practice session, so to speak. So, oh yeah. I don't know when we do Loudon. We will do, I think, New Hampshire in this league. So
that track.
You hate that track? I imagine a lot of these guys do, man. I imagine a lot of these guys do too.
It is awful.
It's short. I'll give it that.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody else likes it, but that's just not for me.
Yeah, it's well, it'll be exciting beating and banging action when we go to it. So
yeah, nice and flat. Plenty of opportunity for spins and people staying in front of you spinning out. So yeah, plenty of action.
Well, you said it. Zach Hall's the man on top right now. Tyler Conroy, though, man, he's got that no fear machine sitting second. Brandon Mullen looking pretty quick right there, sitting so far in third. Cedric Hunter sitting right there in fourth so far. And Eugene Wilkinson around the top 5. That's how it's sitting so far. Good change, here in the next few minutes. How long we got left to qualify?
About 50 seconds is left.
All right. So well, then I guess we're going to change too much. Yeah.
But man, the top 5 guys, picked up their times from their practice time. Zach ran a 20.863 in qualifying. In practice, he was a 9.36.
Awesome.
So these guys have really put it to it. Tyler ran a better lap this time with a 29.58. Ran a 21.008 in practice. And anyway, these guys are picking it up as they know that they got to, because you want to be up front here. That's the best place to be, man. And it's not in the back of the field, because you really got to play catch up if you're in the back.
Ooh, and 7 just got loose.
Yep. And speaking of catch up, we got a 24 car out here. Got your daggone hot dogs on it. And a ketchup bottle on the side of the thing.
Yep. We'll have to get it here. That's old Derek Paulsey. I hope I said his last name right.
Paulson.
Okay, Paulson. I don't know why I want to say Paulson. Duh. Well, tonight's pole winner, Zach Hall, folks, and like old John T. Wimmer said, go figure. But hey, again, congratulations to him. The guy's fast. He knows how to put it out there, and he had a fast time doing it. So he's putting it out there on pole tonight. We'll get a rundown order here in just a second, as these guys are starting to grid up here. So we're going to run through the grid in order here real quick as we're getting set here to go green flag racing here. 150 laps here of some exciting door-to-door, wheel-to-wheel style action here. So tonight's pole winner here, Zach Hall putting it out front. Tyler Conroy sitting in second. Brandon Mullen was on to start third. Cedric Hunter right there in fourth. Jeff Gilmore's in fifth. Eugene Wilkinson starts sixth. Mark Whitley in seventh. Tom Drilling, did I say that right?
Yeah.
Okay, starting in 8th, and Edward Burrell in 9th, and John Mustaine Jr. All right, starting to burn in the top 10 as we look through the rest of this field here, John. I tell you, as I always say, star-studded, and I mean that week in and week out, because any one of these guys can get it done at any time, at any given moment, and especially on a track like this where anything can happen real quick.
It happens in a hurry too, and you got to make split-second decisions here. And if somebody spins out going down in the turn or right in the center there, they can stay right there in front of you and dirt track it a little bit. You really got to slow up and go to the high side and get around them.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, right now, hey, what's going on, Metal? How you doing? What's up, Dre? How are you? I'll tell
Oh,
you what.
metal.
Yeah, Metal out there, man. I tell you what, that guy's got a heck of a following going on. Want to congratulate him too for his affiliate out there over on Twitch. I know he's been working very hard, John. He grinds away, man, as they like to call it, trying to get those subscribers and viewers. And he got the affiliate, the new thing that Twitch just put out. So, going to congratulate him on that.
Yeah, that's an awesome deal right there. I know he's psyched to have that. So that's a cool deal, man. Those guys put a lot of work and effort into that stuff, and it's a lot of people look at it and think it's easy, but it's really not.
Heck no.
If it was, we'd all be doing it. So.
Absolutely. Man, no, it's not easy, man. Nowadays, millions of people do the stuff and whatnot. So, hey, what's going on, Dre, man, out there? How you doing, IU? Hey, yeah, I tell you, it's we're about to have some awesome racing here. 150 laps of it here, folks, tonight, and these guys got some awesome paint jobs. That's another thing I like to see about some of these guys out here. Their paint jobs and what they all have real style sponsors on here. Some of them actually have real sponsors, but every one of them have an actual sponsor.
Yeah, they do. It's pretty cool, man. I like it. You can go pick what you want to run or get a real sponsor and have somebody paint your car up or whatever. So it's a pretty cool deal. Like Bob Skinner, runs his paint scheme. I know we'll show him later on, and it's just something that fit him, and he liked it. So It's a pretty cool deal, man. I like it.
Yeah, me too. And I'll tell you what, as we're getting set here to go green flag racing, folks, fasten your seatbelts, because I know these guys out here they're about to do a battle, 150 laps, Richmond International Speedway. We got the RacinFreeks Sim Racing here, sponsored by Stock Car Sim Racing Experience. And if you're in the Pocono, Pennsylvania area, definitely check those guys out.
Yeah, that'd be an awesome experience to go that fast, man, on that track.
I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah, it scares me just doing it on here.
Yeah, I'm with you. I am totally
going down
with
that
you.
Long Pond straightaway, and you got to get through that dog leg right there. God almighty.
Oh man, no doubt. Well, here we go. I tell you, they're coming out of turn number 3. I always like to say, pace car steps off, takes that hard left turn off on the pit road, and is going to send these monster machines a cranking. And tonight, that man out front, Zach Hall, he is definitely going to crank it through all 4 of the gears, put the hammer down here. Him and Tyler Conroy, listen to them things roar off to the start.
And Zach gets a good start right here, right where he wants to be. Tyler pulls down behind him, right where he needs to be. So right now the inside is the best line, preferred line for you here. Later on, you'll see these guys try to move up a little bit just to save some tires.
Yeah, absolutely, right there. And we're riding along with Cedric Hunter. He's in 3rd. They got a good start here. Good battle behind him going on between Brandon Mullen and I'm going to think that's Eugene Wilkerson as they are door-to-door, side-by-side. But I tell you what, Tyler Conroy up front's not letting Zach Hall get too far ahead of him.
No, they had very close times at all through practice and qualifying, so it's going to be the same in the race here. It's just going to be about who can take care of their stuff. And the 06 is getting that position on the 80. The 80's stuck on the outside there, just can't get down.
No, you can't right there. And there's a dogfight going on between those two. That the number 77's on the inside of it. And that's Mark Whitley. Spun a little bit. And we got a car kind of slow on the inside down there. That looks like John Mustaine and the Canada Dry car.
Yeah, don't know what happened to him there.
Yeah, I don't either. Ooh, Brandon Mullen, boy, he got loose. You talked about it, John. These guys could get loose. We didn't see it in practice too much because they weren't going door to door a lot. They were all single file a little bit. But he went door to door there with the, I think that's actually Cedric Hunter in the 13. And man, he got really loose. But we got a battle up front. Tyler Conroy and Zach Hall, they are hammering each other.
Yeah, they're racing each other extremely hard right here. And it's all about getting those points for leading laps, leading the most laps here. So, you want these guys want to get a little wiggle out there.
Well, we also want to make note, segment racing, folks. Here at the RacinFreeks Sim Racing League, they actually do segments. They don't throw a caution during the segments, but these guys get bonus points for whoever's leading. Right now, we're looking for lap. Let me see if I can read the darn thing. Oh, it's so small. I think it says lap 50. Lap 50, 100, and 150. So we're looking at lap 50 for the first one, lap 150 lap 100 for the second, and obviously the major one, which is the very last one there, 150. So And right now, Tyler Conroy, the man out front, he's got the no fear machine. We say it week in and week out, John, but that guy brings that car here, and he's got no fear the way he drives it.
He does a great job. Shows a lot of speed throughout the whole race. It's just going to be, like I said, man, tires are a premium here, and they're not going to last very long. You're going to see the times fall off pretty drastically, and you just got to take care of your stuff here, as you can expect, you know, a long green flag run with these guys the way that they race.
Well, I tell you what, I got to be a happy camper up here in the booth this week, because two of the favorite things, oh, well, before I say that, the 67 pounds the inside wall. And we're under caution. Let's go back on the replay here and see what exactly happened to him. I just caught the tail end there, John. And I got a feeling it's what you said. He's going to get loose.
We talked about in the pre coming off of 2 right there, man. Just got went back to the throttle a little too much too early and got that thing spun around. Yeah.
Now he's one of the ones out here, John Mustaine Jr. He does run a hate to showcase a sponsor this way, but he does run a real style sponsor. And when I say real, I mean all these guys have real. They are real companies, but when I say real, it means that actually they know them. They got them on their car, and it's a Benzor. It's a gaming community that actually sponsor his car. Unfortunately, don't like showcasing it like the way we just did right there, because now he looks like he's a pug dog running around here, mad at everybody with a punched in nose. But nonetheless, it's an unfortunate deal on his end.
Yeah, it definitely is. And we've seen the leaders come in and get tires here only 10 laps into this run, so that shows you right there how bad these guys and these cars need tires.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, it leaves Brandon Mullen up front. He didn't come in. Christopher Matthews right there behind, and see, I knew I remembered that name, Christopher Matthews, the other day. Remember we were talking?
Oh yeah.
I remember. I knew. What race was that we were in? What was that in?
It was was it the truck race on Monday night?
I think it was.
Monday Night Thunder?
Yeah, I think it was. And I said, man, that Christopher Matthews name sounds so familiar. Robert, he was out in the chat with us, and he verified it. And I said, that's where he's at. I said, yeah. It was either that or the Sunday night. It was one of them. But either way,
it was one that it wasn't Sunday because I raced in that. So it was Monday or Tuesday. I think it was a truck race.
You gonna be racing tomorrow night?
You know I am.
Well, you got Richmond tomorrow night, don't you?
It's Rockingham.
Rockingham, that's right. Yep.
And I like that track.
Well, here, folks, got a special announcement. OSR Network, real quick. Before tomorrow's race for the Monday Night Thunder, which I always call it the Sunday Night Thunder for the K&N that they have, tune in because we just signed a deal with the Nextel Windstel Cup Series, and we'll be doing their K&N Series right before that. So we're back to a doubleheader on Sunday nights, and looking forward to that. I have done some of their races before, and those guys out through there put on a pretty darn good show every week.
Yeah, that's a very good league to have, and a good league to be a part of, from what I know about them and some of the people running there. So, and it's pretty awesome that you're going to be covering that too. So it's great to see, these guys come in, and great to see OSR Network and what you're doing get the attention it's getting, and people want you to be a part of it. And it just shows, what a great job you've been doing, and getting the, people's attention and showcasing the leagues very well. And like you say, it's not about us up here. We just talk and have fun. It's about the drivers and the show that they put on, and they all do a great job. But for them to recognize you in such a way that they want you to be a part of it, that's pretty awesome. Yeah,
and you're right. I mean, I definitely, I tell everybody, man, we just come up here and have fun. So we get set to go back to green flag. We just sit up here and have fun, talk, and yell at these guys, go around the corners. And I'll say they came to me. I've done theirs before. I let my work kind of speak for itself. You know that, John. Everybody else knows that. Check out the YouTube. If you like it, great. Hit a like. If you don't like it, go ahead, John.
Don't even say it.
Well, Well, we're getting set to go back green flag, pace cars in. I tell you what, Brandon Mullen, he's going to put the hammer down because he's got Tyler Conroy. No fear right there beside of it. Man, listen to them cars. They thunder down into turn number 1. Zach Hall is climbing all over the back of that target machine and going, look, hey, you got a big target on your back, and I'm about ready to go right on by you. They take it 3 wide almost.
Man, that was 3 wide right there. Wisely backed out of it. And that's what I'm saying, man. This track brings some awesome racing here, and you gotta love it, man. If you don't like it, it's just too bad because it's gonna be on here anyway. So if you dislike what we're doing, Joe always tells people hit the dislike button. I just say it's too daggone bad.
Yeah. He goes, what was that you said the other day? I just got it was just perfect. Get over it.
Yeah.
Oh, they got in each other. The 06 and the 20 there, they almost collected each other coming out of the turn. The Lowe's machine and the Target machine up there doing battle with each other. And it's like what you just said a minute ago. I don't think these guys were experiencing this too much in practice, side by side with each other. And now they're experiencing these cars getting just a tad bit loose on each other.
Yeah, well, practice was all about getting a feel for the car, with the track temp being high, where you can push it, where you need to take it easy. So things get amped up in the races. These guys know, you got to get going. You got to go to the front, because if you stay green flag very long and you're slow and you're not getting anywhere and you're stuck on the outside, like that 06 is, you can get freight trained, especially once your tires wear out.
Yeah, it does. Well, he's got the Haviland machine right there, number 80, Eugene Wilkinson. And man, right behind him, well, I was about to talk about it again. That's old Derek. He's got Derek Paulson. Paulson. Okay, make sure I get it right. Yes, folks, he is out there in a hot dog car. Robert Moyer asked someone to make one, and he went ahead and made an Oscar Mayer wiener car. And there you go, folks. I'll put it up there on the screen for you as he's running right now in 9th. And so we got the hot dog machine out there running tonight. And I'm going to tell you that I guess I should be a very happy camper up here, John, because 2 of the favorite things I like, we got a taco machine and a hot dog machine out here.
Well, you asked for a hot dog car, and ask and you shall receive. So there you go.
Absolutely, man. It's awesome. I tell you what, these guys are great. Just like the viewers out here, man, are great. And want to appreciate each and every one. What's going on, John? Out there, man, in the chat. And right now, we got a heck of a battle. Brandon Mullen right there, side by side.
And the 06 got plumb side in the 80s off the track. He got loose and came down the front stretch as well, down in the grass. But the 06 slammed on the brakes and was able to save his.
Yeah, unfortunately, the 80 slid all the way down on the inside wall. No caution because I think he kept it going, but we're going to go back on a replay there and watch that again. We watched it live, and that 80 tried to do everything he could, but let's watch it again here. Right in front of him, the 06 and the 20 were side-by-side battling. And I think it's just a product of what you were talking about before. He just got loose coming off, and they both got loose. It's kind of a simultaneously... It was a beautiful orchestrated move right there.
Man, you were just pulling out the words, man. I'm telling you. Simultaneous, that's a big word for you. Hey, orchestrated? Come on, what is happening?
Man, we got to evolve, man, over the years here with OSR Network, so you got to get better.
Well, that thesaurus is coming in handy. It's however much you paid for it, it's done paid for itself.
Found it off found it at Goodwill. Yeah. Don't know,
yeah,
man.
You probably can. That's probably for real. Oh, me. All right, time to be professional here. Here we go.
Yeah, folks,
Back to business at hand right here.
No doubt. Well, right now, the man on doing some business is Tyler Conroy. He is out front in that number 2 machine. Cedric Hunter's right there in second spot. He's got Zach Hall, though, man, all in his footsteps, or tire track, so to speak, as we would put it right here, as he's looking very good. Now, Zach Hall put it on pole tonight, and I'm seeing the number 13 in a different car. He's usually, well, he's still in Ford, but he's usually in a discount car. But it looks like he's in is that a Hello Kitty car?
Yeah, he must have lost a bet or something.
Yeah.
It's like a weird pink color, and it's Hello Kitty, and I don't know what's going on there.
Well, right now,
even
Zach
the wheels are pink. Zach gets loose right there underneath there.
Oh, God,
Zach is really driving it hard, man. I'm looking at his times right now and the speed that he's carrying. And I mean, he's doing a great job to hold on to it. I have no idea how he's driving as hard as he is.
It's just a heck of a battle right now. Zach Hall is trying everything. I just don't think that inside, and he does it again.
It's so hard to be on the inside and fight with the guy right there because you don't have to drive off. The car needs to carry that speed up to the wall, and you're not able to do it, and you're in the gas, and it's just going to spin.
Yeah, you just see Cedric Hunter right there. He actually gets the run coming up. I mean, Zach Hall is going into the turn, getting a run, and he tries. The problem is he can't get that run coming off. Cedric Hunter is taking it away from him, and these guys are door to door watching this battle. It's a heck of a battle, man. Good sportsmanship between them because Zach knows, man, it won't take just one little miscue. He can come up there and take them both out. He's going to have to drive that thing. Maybe this time he's going to be able to drive it in far enough to get the run up the track that he needs. Yep, sure did, man.
And Cedric coming back at him on the inside.
Think he's going to be able to make it?
If you stay on the inside and you have a smooth lap or two, you can make the pass like we saw Zach do because it is the preferred line. The problem was he was sliding around.
Ooh, Zach got slid.
Yeah, yeah. At the track, man, it is hot, it is slick, and traction is just not there when you want it to be.
Wow, you wanted battles. We got it right there. That was a awesome sportsman. That's what we're talking about when we talk about when these guys at leagues and league owners say hard, clean, fast racing. That's what they're talking about. Those guys just raced what, about 3, 4, 5 laps side by side on a very slick, hot track, and neither one of them, man, killed each other. So darn good driving skills.
Yeah, absolutely. And we say, this is a great league to be a part of as well. You know, if you're looking to get into league racing, you're not really sure, look these guys up. Robert Moyer runs it. Reach out to him. These guys are great. This is a league where sportsmanship is an expectation. So that's a great thing that they have here, a bunch of great group of drivers.
Hey, look. Look what Bob Skinner got back.
Oh, he put them back on the hood.
He put my girls back on the hood.
I'm telling you, man, people are listening to you way too much.
I know, it's terrible, ain't it, man?
I don't know what's going on.
I know, man. Well, we got a heck of a battle going on back there with Bob Skinner. You got Dominique Lee right there. You got Robert A. Moyer on the back end. He's definitely in his tide machine. He's trying to clean it up out here. Right now, Bob Skinner's looking like he wants to take that spot. Actually, that's the 8. Is that the 18 car? Yep, Dominic. So they're side by side right now. So a good battle going on back here between those two. That's what, 6th, 7th, and 8th spot.
Absolutely. And the 30, Zach Hall goes back on the inside of Cedric, takes second spot away. 13 looks to take it back, and right now settles in behind him to see if Zach's going to slip up anymore. But Zach has been sliding all over the place.
Man, I tell you, I'm trying to keep up with all the action. We've got battles going on behind the front, the middle, and the whole back all over this track. And these guys up here, they're swapping positions back and forth. Cedric Hunter, Zach Hall. Now, the only man loving this is the man out front, Tyler Conroy. He's going to look, fellas, y'all just jockey around all night long. And let's go back here because Robert Moyer's making a move on that number 18 machine right now. He's trying to that's something else we've seen. Robert Moyer in that 16, week after week here, he's been very patient, very clean, and he's been patience, I guess, is the biggest thing, and he's been able to have darn good finishes out of it.
Yeah, I would say he's the most patient driver in this league on the track. Obviously, he runs it. He's not a fan of cautions, and so a way to avoid that is to never hit anything. So if you don't get in trouble, then you keep your car in one piece and you're able to finish up front. So patience pays off for him quite a lot.
Yes, it does. And you're right there, old Dave out there, Dre Broadcast Network. Definitely check them out, man. Monday and Tuesday coming next season, ExtremeMotorsports99.com. And I believe he's actually going to have Saturday nights also. And then check him out, man. I guess I get a little jealous when I say it. Check him out on the iRacing portal, man, live on Sunday nights there for the PRL. And you can check it all, man, there on his channel. Got some good action going on. But we got some great action going on out here tonight, John. These guys, for a hot, slick track, well, hey, I guess we got to pat them on their back. They've done a lot better than I thought.
Doing a great job. Looking at lap times right now, Tyler Conroy, who's in first, ran a 22.225. And Zach Hall ran at 2:30, so not faster. A couple of his laps have been faster. That one right there was not. Slid around just a little bit, but Zach's been putting down a little bit faster lap times than the leader, but nothing that's going to really get him up there as we're what are we, 10 laps away from the first segment.
Yep, sure are. Lap 41 and 150. The first segment's going to be at lap 50, folks. So whoever's leading it gets that valuable bonus point heading into the, they call it their chase hunt season, which will probably be around September or so. And yeah, you heard me right, around September. We're here till November. We got a huge season here. And right now, Derek Paulson, man, he is side by side battling along with, who was he battling with? Looks like the 12 machine there a second ago. So he's trying to drive the hot dog machine back to the front there, looking very good doing it. And just kind of just watching some of these guys back here in the back here, John, you know, just seeing what they're doing. They're actually, seems like we're getting some lap cars now.
Yeah, you're going to start running into that, but you're going to see Paulson here take this spot away from the 18, so he's going to drive around him. Got him cleared right now, so taking that spot away, and the 12 is going to follow him and probably get by the 18 here as well.
Yep, I think we're in the midst of some green flag pit stops, to be honest with you, back there in the back.
Yeah, well, since they don't throw cautions if you're in the back, you know, it wouldn't hurt anything to do that.
Yeah, true,
you know, get a little off sequence with the leader, because speed-wise, some of these guys in the back, that's the only chance you have is to, you know, get off sequence of what the leader is going to do to put you in front of him. But
absolutely.
You know, you can play that strategy all you want, and then something happens at the end, caution comes out and throws your whole strategy book right out the daggone window.
Well, I always like to ask viewers out there, let me know how the stream looked. Let me know how me and John sound, how the cars sound, how the whole experience looks for you. Right now, it's a darn good race, I tell you. For the track conditions and for what they are, we're 5 laps away from our first segment here of lap 50 of 150, folks. And the next one here is going to be at lap 100. Right now, Tyler Conroy's the man. I got a feeling he's going to stay out to that lap 50 mark and then probably pit right after it.
Oh, absolutely. He's not going to give that lead up there, get those points for leading at the segment, and pit shortly after that. So we'll see Zach Hall follow the leader and do what he does. He wants to stay on the same pitting sequence as Tyler's on, as they both have extremely fast cars. Zach just unfortunately got this slipping and sliding around there, and that's what put him a little too far behind. But he's running a tenth faster than the leader right now.
Yeah, he is. He's his last lap was a 22.44. And Tyler's was a 22.53, so yeah, he's running a little bit quicker. Right now I'm watching this battle right here. Brandon Mullen side by side with the 77. They are doing battle back here. And it's just that's for the 5th, 6th, and 7th. You got Robert Moyer there, Bob Skinner. Oh, he drives it in and hits him.
Oh, still collecting each other, trying to get it straightened out.
John, I got to say it. You want to talk about a driving skill right there.
Oh, and he hits him again.
I think there's a little bit of angriness going on there. That might, come on, Bob. Man, I was about to say, where's Tina out there? And, we're out here showcasing him. Ooh. Well, no caution, but you don't want to hurt your car like that. You know what? We don't want to speculate though.
Yeah, no, over the race chat, Bob apologized. Didn't mean to do that. 77 just slowed up a lot.
Yeah.
He wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, we by all means, everybody, man, we never want to, speculate or anything. Obviously, from what we see up here,
we love speculation. It makes it so much more. It makes it fun. But if they don't mean it, then I'm gonna let you know, so people are like, "Hey, that guy's a jerk."
Yeah, I know, but look, they probably still think it is. But no, I mean, it's from our angle. Obviously, the first reaction you look at it and go, "You've got to be kidding! What is he doing?" So and then John, I have access to the iRacing chat. I don't have it on because every once in a while these drivers might say a few choice words that, there might be kids watching, and
yeah, and not these drivers in particular, but just drivers, period, across the whole spectrum of racing.
I say them when I'm racing.
Oh, come on now. You're better than that, Joe.
Well, I know, but
look at me.
Yeah. Y'all ever raced with John? Yeah. Come in the chat one day. Yeah. Uh-oh, Brandon Mullen. Oh, he's coming down the pits. I thought he hit the wall there, but he's coming down the pit road, taking his green flag. So you're right, Tyler Conroy. He stayed out. He's our first segment winner and our segment leader here, so he's going to get that valuable bonus point heading into the chase there. And he did stay out like we thought he would. So now let's see if he comes into the pits, because, man, he's just getting run over by cars who's been out there on good tires.
Absolutely, he's going to have to come in and pit. He's lost a ton of time here to these guys, and you don't want to give up with so much time to these guys in the back that are on tires. And just to put it in perspective for you, he ran a 22.962 that lap. He qualified on pole with a 20.958. Oh, I'm sorry, in second with a 20.958. Zach Hall had the pole with a 20.863.
Okay. Well, like I say, I want to appreciate
off.
yeah, and you're right. There's definitely a lot of fall off. I want to appreciate the viewers, and yeah, you're right, Dre. You know, like I say, we get out here, we get in the moment, and you know, from the angles we see sometimes, hey, look, but these guys are constant professionals out here, very respectful. You know, week in and week out, we see these guys, and I want to apologize for Bob out there. I know he wouldn't, man, run somebody over on purpose. But we got to have drama somehow, and I got to get Tina, who I have not seen out in the chat tonight so far, that roots on Bob all the time. Got to get her, man, all pumped up and excited about what's going on.
Yeah. I mean, you know, this is not the WWE. We don't manufacture drama.
Yeah.
So if it happens, we'll let you know it's happening.
Yeah, there you go.
But, you know, if a guy apologizes, I want everybody to know he didn't mean to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, I'll tell you what, Zach Hall, you're right. Well, I was about to say, I just looked at the lap times. Tyler Conroy is still faster than Zach Hall, but Zach did have to go through a little lap traffic right there.
Yeah, he did. And Tyler's times have picked up. He ran a 22.9. Went back and looked at, he had some traffic himself. He was trying to deal with those guys on fresh tires. He was letting them go. So he's back to running 22 4s and 5s.
Well, Robert Moyer right there. Look at that, the number 16 machine. He's got that Tide Pod out there trying to clean up, looking very, very spiffy as he's doing it in third spot.
And just being very patient and coming up through the field here, and yeah, that's all he can do. I say it's all he can do. It's all the man ever does is be patient and come up through the field.
Yeah, well, I like to use the man is very methodical when he does things on the track. Very cold and calculated. He is just cool out there, and clean when he does it too, by the way, because he drives the Tide machine.
Yeah, he enjoys things clean, and so far he should be very happy with this race. These guys have done a great job. The 77 gets extremely loose in front of the leader right there, moves up the track. Oh, and the 18 is wrecking in front of the leader.
Oh, well, heck, let's go parts. Oh, yeah. All right, well, we're under caution now. So let's go on that 18 machine. I was back there riding with the, that's why I have old John around. He catches all the action all going around the track here.
And right now we have 5 cars on the lead lap out of 19 cars.
Well, that's not what they wanted to see, but it's definitely what Tyler and them wanted to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tyler was getting ready to come to pit road. So right before that caution came out, he was on the radio telling everybody he was thinking about coming in.
Well, the 17 also got a little loose on that one, but the 18, boy, he just tried to hang on to that thing. And he's got on the side of his car, Art of Run. Well, I hate to say, but he just showed us the art of sideways.
Running into the wall.
Wham. Whamma is what we used to say when we was playing. So, under caution here. What's that?
Well, if all these guys are one lap down, and that would be from 7th place down, they get the wave around if they're going to stay out because the leader's pitted. So, not terrible for them, but still they would like to see it go green to keep them off sequence with the lead group.
Well, we're lap 63 of 150. Let's get a quick summary right here, because actually it's lap 62 here, 63 of 150, 5 lead changes, only the second caution for tonight so far. And so very clean, respectful race. We've seen some great action out here. So let's take a quick commercial break here for our title sponsor here, Stock Car Racing Experience. We'll be right back, folks.
Have you ever wanted to drive a real race car on a famous NASCAR track? The staff at Stock Car Racing Experience will suit you up, teach you what you need to know, and put you behind the wheel of a 160-mile-per-hour stock car on NASCAR's famous Pocono Raceway.
That was great. I enjoyed it. Unbelievable.
It's that unique, one-of-a-kind experience you'll never forget.
It was definitely worth it.
The second time I did it, and I'm still shaking.
Call or register online at 877stockcar.com for a heart-pounding, once-in-a-lifetime experience. You won't forget it.
All right, we're back here live, folks. Richmond International Speedway, RacinFreeks Sim Racing League right there, sponsored by Stock Car Racing Experience. You saw it live right there with them on that ad. If you're in the Pocono, Pennsylvania area, check it out. If you want to experience what it's like to drive one of these monster machines, and I always say, unless they got a convertible one, you can forget about me ever getting in one of them. But hey, check it out.
I don't know what else to say when you go there with that. Like, you know.
I can't fit. There's no way in the world I'd be able to fit in that window.
Well, it's because you're eating too many hot dogs.
But I love hot dogs, man. My doctor said it's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what he said, was eat hot dogs.
She. It's a she.
Or whatever. Yeah, okay.
She's a girl. I'm not scared of a female doctor.
I'm scared of female doctors either. I just say it. I doubt very seriously they told you that eating hot dogs is great for you.
Well, I didn't quite tell them I was eating a lot of hot dogs.
I'm sure you didn't.
I told her it was just, I really didn't watch a lot of the weight. I didn't tell her I ate like a lot of hot dogs.
You're trying to tell her that you haven't lost your baby fat yet?
Well, I told her I used to have a chest and it kind of fell.
Oh, here we go. Okay, now we've taken this too far. Good Lord. If you've never seen the YouTube video of Snoop Dogg watching how they make hot dogs, you should watch it. It is hilarious.
I told you, Dre, even if they put a hot dog in the passenger seat, I'd have to cut the top off. They'd put one of them roof flaps on top of that thing. Well, we're getting set to go back green flag racing. Kyler Conroy and Zach Hall, they're back at it again. Robert A. Moyer, he's right there behind them. James Hackworth still up front there as we slam through the gears here, going down from the turn number one. They are door to door. Look at old Robert Moyer getting a good run there in third spot. But those two cats out front, I'm going to tell you, they're going to do battle out here all night long.
Yeah, they're just sticking with each other right here. And really, what Zach needs to do here in this situation, and my amateur opinion, is be a little more patient, as we saw what happened when he ran the two really hard last time.
Yep, well, right now he's door to door with the two, and they're side by side coming out of the turn here. The man that's loving watching this probably kind of gritting his teeth a little bit. It's probably Robert Moyer's. Oh, they get very close.
Moving up that track. Zach did that before when he ran him very hard, and he's just overdriving it there, not letting it roll through the center. Maybe on the brakes super hard, or getting back to the gas too soon.
On the caution.
We are. What is it? This 77.
Oh, hate to see that. That's Mark Whitley. Let's go back on a replay. Hey, you're right. I agree with you there, John. Well, those guys, and what I was going to say is old Robert Moyer behind them probably was the one kind of just biting his fingernails a little bit, going, oh, guys, man, just be easy in front of me. So we're watching this replay here. I'm going to see what happened to old 77. Don't know if he got help or if he just lost it coming out. He's lost it.
Yeah, just lost it there. Got his left side tires look like right on that line there. And that can, start getting you loose, and you try to get back to the throttle, and you're already loose and kind of spinning a little bit. Getting on the apron here is not your friend. It doesn't really help you that much unless you're on new tires. It'll help you turn a little bit, but when the track temp is up this high, you really want to stay away from there. But luckily didn't collect anybody there, so just a self-spin.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, old Zach Hall, he went into the pits. Which, I don't blame him. Well, I don't blame him because actually he's going to come back out and only be like 8th or 9th spot. Because the first car lap down is Eddie Young sitting in 9th spot's what I'm showing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he won't be that far behind, but they only had a couple laps on their tires there. So from what I've seen in races, just several laps on the tires doesn't make that big of a difference. And the other thing is he going to come out on those tires and really put them to work?
Yep.
If he does that, then that was kind of pointless. If you're going to take tires now, you need to be a little more patient with them, and because you're going to have fresher tires than the guys in front of you. So you don't want to go out there and run them to death for 2 or 3 laps.
No. Well, let's see if we can't get a talk with Tyler Conroy up front.
Cause you're
Tyler Conroy, this is Joe White up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, Tyler, I tell you what, we're at lap 72 of 150. You're looking bad fast in that no fear machine out there tonight. How does the track feel? Because I know that track temp right now is darn hot. Me and John and all the viewers are watching. Some of you guys slip and slide a little bit. So how's it feel out there in the car?
I couldn't even begin to tell you how this car feels. It's massively fast. It's one of the best cars I've driven all year.
Well, I tell you what, do you think you got enough, man, to hold off? Or you held on to the first segment there? Think you got enough to hold on to segment number 2 and the final one here for lap 150?
Yes, I do. We're aiming for this win pretty high.
All right, well, gentlemen, I tell you what, it's been an awesome race so far. A lot of give and take out there we're seeing tonight, and a lot of things that we're seeing up here. Some exciting racing we've seen side by side, door to door, wheeling around here. Loving every minute of it. The viewers are loving it. So keep them fenders on that thing, and we'll see you at lap 150. Good luck, gentlemen. Well, there you go, John. He feels dead confident right there.
Well, he should. He's showing a ton of speed there in his car. So, you know, and even with worn out tires, he's done a great job. So, probably nothing for him to worry about with Zach taking tires.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, and you know, he runs the no fear machine, and we say it week in and week out. The man has no fear, and yeah, I want to appreciate the viewers out there, and you know, just. I guess we're just out getting too emotional, whatever. I truly appreciate each and every one of you coming in and week out, watching these guys race. You listen to me and John or Ryan, whoever's up here in the booth with me, yell at them going around in circles.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's cool. Everybody comes in, and you know, we got a lot of the same people that take the time out of their day to come in and watch these races. So we appreciate that. And John Marine brings up something very good that, well, not good, but a good point, I guess. John Andretti battling cancer, and wishing him the best there.
It is. Oh, I tell you what, Tyler Conway, we were riding along with Christopher Matthews. We saw him spin the tires a little bit on the restart there, riding in the cockpit view, and yeah, we'll touch on that here in just a second, John, as we go through this start. I'll tell you what, Christopher Matthews looks like he's got his hands full as we're riding in the cockpit view here as they go in. He's side by side with Robert Moyer. Good battle going on up front here between those two cats. And you got to be very patient because he's got Brandon Mullen right there behind him in that 20 machine as they're stacked up. Zach Hall, though, in them new tires, boy, he looks like a man on a mission, 3 wide.
Yeah, he's slipping and sliding there, and it gets down into the 20. The 20 hits the inside wall hard.
Yeah, we didn't figure that was going to work, did we?
No, I just didn't see that being beneficial to anybody there. But the 32 drove up through the field there, but right there on that high side, just sliding, didn't have any grip, had to back out of it, and made them 3 wide there.
Yep. I'll tell you what, Brandon Mullen came up through there. They got into the 23 earlier. He was battling right there, and Zach Hall, just on the brand new tires, went high. The Brandon Mullen boy, he drove that target machine in there. Went 3 wide in a turn, just not going to work because the 92, you know, no fault of his, but again, looks like just a 92 almost lost it coming off the turn, had to correct. The 20 was there. They got into each other. Unfortunately, Brandon Mullen, the man, bad end of the stick on that one, so to speak. But to touch on what you were saying, yes, cancer to me, man, when you bring that word up, I kind of cringe because of what I've been through, what my dad passed away from, what his brother passed away from, so it runs in my family, and I hate to see that, John Andretti. Hate to see anybody, and hopefully, man, he battles back from that. Want to wish him the best on that one.
Absolutely, man. I was at Martinsville for his win when he was racing Rooster Patty's car, the 43 there, and got the win here. It was a pretty awesome race, and I enjoy seeing underdogs, you know, win races. And you get tired of seeing the same guys win over and over again. So I really enjoyed seeing that. And I've actually met him in person. He's a super nice guy. Not, I guess, what you would expect normally from somebody with, you know, such a large name like Andretti or Earnhardt. You expect them to be, you know, buttheads or whatever. You know, they're better than people. But John Andretti was so nice, so down to earth, man. Such a great guy to talk to. But I hate to hear that. And best wishes, you know, to him and his family as they go through that. And just praying for the best with that. And, you know, like you said, you've had a lot of experience with that. I, fortunately, in my family have not, but know people that have. And it's just a rough thing for anybody to have to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely is. And hate to see it, man, time and time again. Like I say, it's running my family. I know a lot of people, man, has had it running theirs. And just one of them things. So thoughts and prayers goes out to him. And look at that back up front there, that Hello Kitty machine. See if we can't get a closer shot of Cedric Hunter and his kitty mobile.
Yeah. And Zach Hall stayed out. Tyler went in to take tires. Robert Moyer went in. So Zach in the 32, he went in. We were talking about that earlier. He went and took tires. He decided to stay out right here. So we'll see how that works for him. Like I said, I don't think a couple laps on tires is really not that big of a deal. So he should be fine.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I just can't imagine why in the world he's out there running around in a purple kitty machine.
I'm telling you, the man lost a bet. Something happened.
Either that or he took a bet. One, I mean, he traded in discount tires for kitties. I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. If you like cats, go for it. I'm a dog person myself. Like them. You always hear me out here talking about pug dogs and bulldogs because I like bashed-in nose style dogs. Look like they got run over by a Mack truck that have hard times, man, snorting all the time. But anyways, that's just me. Not too much on the cats running around clawing everything, but maybe Cedric does.
I don't know. And all that jibber jabbering you just did, I have no idea. And then I was jibber jabbering on the start. I got distracted by a message and everything, and I didn't realize we were even going to green. And I'm sitting there talking, and I know in your mind you're sitting there like, "Hey, shut up."
Nah, you're fine. I mean, hey, no problem. I'll tell you what, right now we're still we're about to go green here. The pace car's in. Zach Hall's going to take them down here. He's got Cedric Hunter on the outside. Right here we go. Tyler Conroy. Here we go. They hammer down through those gears right there as they storm off into turn number 1, 2x2. And we're back at it again. The 2 versus the 32, but don't count out the 13 right there. And Robert Moyer definitely showing that he can put some speed up here. Patience might be a virtue with him tonight, John. He might actually pull off either one darn good finish, or he might actually steal the win.
Yeah, I mean, he's got some speed there, and he's just taking it easy. I'm sure there's a lot more left in the tank, and he's on new tires. He's doing what he can there, but I'll tell you what, the 32 is going to have his hands full, I believe, with this 2 car, because I didn't realize that when he went in and took tires that he'd be restarting right behind him.
Yes, he did. Well, right now we're riding along with those top 3, 4 guys right up front, which is actually Zach Hall, the number 2 there behind him. It's Tyler Conroy, the no fear. You've got Cedric Hunter, the 13. He's trying to scratch and claw his way to the front with that Hello Kitty machine, but he's got a target coming up behind him. That would be Brandon Mullen in a 20 machine. He's been able to bounce back. Then a Tide machine there saying, look, Target sells a lot of that, and I'm giving it away for free out here tonight because I'm running pretty darn good. Havlin Motor Oil there sitting behind him, though. Don't count out the Hot Wheels machine of James Hackworth, though.
Yeah, right now these guys just taking it easy, pretty much nose to tail here, trying to get the feel of these things and seeing if somebody slips up. But Tyler is just creeping closer and closer to the bumper of that 32 right here as we're on lap 86, and 100 is the mark for the next segment.
Yes, it is. So we're only going to be about 13 laps away from the next segment. Oh, and Zach Hall gets very loose, man. That car almost stepped out from under him coming around there. Maybe he's either feeling the pressure, feeling the pressure from that number 2 behind him, and that's what Tyler behind him is looking, hoping that Zach in front of him is going, maybe he sees me back here, and he's going to be like, hey, he'll just make that mistake, and I can pounce on it. Oh, the 20 almost lost it.
Yeah, and it does creep up in your mind when somebody's behind you and you know they're a little faster than you. And right here, you know Zach wants to get this segment win. You start driving the car harder, especially on entry, and that can really get you bent out of shape here pretty fast. But the two's going to take a look inside. Slides up a little bit, man, but I think he's going to be able to take it away right here.
You know, I got to say it, John, and I don't take anything. So we're under caution here, but real quick, I don't want to take anything away from any other driver, but boy, if that would probably been anybody else, they would have took Zach Hall out right there real quick. So I got my hats off to Tyler. A superb driving job right there, not to clip him. So what'd you see on that caution there?
The 24 goes down to the apron and gets a hold of the 67 in the left rear.
Okay, all right. Well, let's go watch and let the viewers see that one. But yeah, I had to say that real quick there. Sorry about that. That's well, unfortunately, that's Derek Paulson. He's the hot dog machine. So somebody out here, man's throwing away a good set of hot dogs out here. That's terrible.
And just short track racing stuff right there is all that is. Just going for that spot on the inside, and didn't get much room from the 67 there. And if you're on, you know, your tires are getting a little worn out there, you can't be on top of each other like that.
Oh, well, looks like the 67 got slow up there, and the cat car got into the 67 before. I don't know if you saw what I just saw right there on the stream, but the 67 and the cat car, oh, the 92 had nowhere to go and ran over Oscar. Well,
ran over Oscar.
He did, man. Ran over Oscar. You didn't see him? The hot dog.
Oh, so the 67 was probably thinking that once the cat car got by, once the 57 got by, that there was a hole right there.
Yep.
For him to go into.
Yeah,
didn't realize 24 had that run.
Yeah, I was wanting to see if you'd see that on the stream there, because it looked like those two got in together, and the 67 actually was already loose. And like you said, yeah, Derek thought that there was a hole there, maybe could fit it in there, and okay, and do it closes so quick here. And again, I don't want to take anything away from any driver in this series, because man, we have seen some skill out here. That's probably the word that I'm gonna use, is skill out here, folks, of driving. I mean, these guys have done a superb job. We've seen moves that normally would cause massive wrecks. I mean, but tonight, these guys have wow. It's just wow.
Well, they've done a great job. I think, you know, with the track conditions being the way that they are, and some really good side-by-side racing, very close racing up front. And I believe the 32 went in and got tires, so I think he knew that this segment was probably going to be out of his reach there, with Tyler being on a little bit new tires.
Well, absolutely. Right now, Zach Hall showing in the 8th spot. I don't know. Is that going to hold? I think so.
I believe it is.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, again, want to appreciate the viewers out there. And what you're seeing here, Richmond International Speedway, RacinFreeks Sim Racing League, sponsored by Stock Car Racing Experience, folks. In the Pocono, Pennsylvania area, check them out if you want to experience what it's like to be in one of these monster machines. But these guys here tonight have definitely put on a show here, and it has not disappointed. We've seen some awesome racing so far, side by side, under caution right now, and it just looks like kind of like what you said in the post race there, John. They're getting loose coming out of the turns. It's a very hot out here. What, a 95 degrees so far?
Yeah, 95-degree track temp, so that's very hot and slick.
Man, yeah, it is. Wow. So again, we're here live, getting set here to go back green flag racing again. Here we're live here tonight with me and John T. Wimmis up here in the booth here at Richmond. We're on YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitch, and hey, and check us out on Twitter too, so can't miss that one out. So we get set here to go back green flag. It's Tyler Conroy. He's going to lead the charge here in the turn number 1. He's got Hello Kitty beside of him, and I don't know if that kitty man's scared or not, of no fear, but I definitely know Tyler Conroy up there does not have none. Look at Robert Boyer fire off inside.
Great drive into the corner there by the 16. 13 came down, crowded him a little bit, trying to take away that exit so he could keep that position.
Yeah, he did, and it was an awesome driving job of Robert Moyer. I got to give my hats off to him right there. He could have very easily moved up on the track and took them both out, probably took out several other cars, but he didn't. He held his line down at the bottom, so hey, definitely a heck of a driving job by him. I know sometimes he questions his driving job, but he's doing a darn good job. These guys are battling all over the place as the 77's looking on the inside.
Yeah, and the 77's just had a rough night here from the start. Went in, used his fast repair there. Got that thing in a little bit better shape here. So doing a great job trying to get back up through this field, and we know Robert is going to run him clean here.
Absolutely right now. They're door to door with the 77 in the Tide Pod machine right there. They're wheeling them around. Looks like, oh, the 77, I thought he was going to get the run there, but he didn't. And he had to back off just a little bit. As it looks like it was just like we just saw it earlier with the battle earlier. That outside, and the 77, I think is going to have it this time.
Oh, yeah, you got to drive that thing down in there. And the 77 is making up some time right here, turning some good times. He ran a 21.711, 21.821 that lap.
Well, John, got to do it. Are you ready? Are you ready? Everybody out in the chat ready? Because we about to bring speed to you.
Speed cam.
Well, folks, I tell you what, right there, man, if that does not get the hair or the blood pumping, man, on you, I don't know what will. To hear these cars thundering around this track, that right there is just an awesome feeling, awesome sound. I love it each and every week that we do that here at some of these tracks, speed cam, and definitely, like I always say, if it don't, well, consider tomorrow, Sunday, you might want to go to an urgent care, or Monday, call your doctor up because, hey, you're going to need them.
Yeah, well, let's address one thing here. You went on for quite a while about that, but if your hair is pumping, you need to go see a doctor anyway.
That's a new thing. My bad. I get excited. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Folks, I don't realize what I say sometimes. Just ignore me, okay?
Yes, ignore the host of the show, everybody. That's a good idea. Just do like I used to do Britney Spears music videos. Just put it on mute.
Watch the scenery. There you go. Awesome. Well, right now, I tell you what, you just about could watch the scenery because these guys are putting on a show out here tonight, especially Tyler Conroy. I mean, that guy, man, is just putting on a clinic on how to run here. He's got the No Fear machine out front. He's definitely got the Hello Kitty behind him, man, waving at everybody as he goes by. We're under caution.
We are, and it is the 23 car.
23. Hate to see that's James Hackworth Jr. out there. Yeah, he's got the Hot Wheels, and that thing's not looking very hot right now.
Well,
Still got the wheels on
the
it.
reason he spun is because his wheels were hot.
Yeah, he ain't lying. That's, so, he was right behind old Robert Moyer. Came out of the turn, and it has been an orchestrated affair tonight of turn 2 and turn 4.
Oh yeah, I knew that from the start. It's very difficult track to get a hold of.
You know what? And I like that comment John has said out there because, boy, I tell you, that is actually real quick. That's kind of really. I want to be different. You know, I want to bring the action of what these guys do, and I love doing that. I love the, we get up here and we do call the action. We analyze everything with your help, John and Ryan's. But I like what he said. A never a dull moment. That's awesome.
Well, we're here for entertainment. We're not the show. We're not the show. The race is the show. So we just kind of talk, and sometimes we get off track, and then we'll get back to it and get back on the track. Things happen.
Absolutely. Well, definitely want to appreciate the viewers out there as always. And right now, these guys have put on one heck of a show here. Live Richmond International Speedway here. And they've done it. We're at lap 112, 150. Oh, yeah, it was on the speed cam, by the way. Cedric Hunter, he led segment number 1 at lap 50. He led segment number 2.
Tyler Conroy.
Oh, Tyler, my bad. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm focusing on Cedric there. I apologize. Tyler Conroy led segment number 1 at lap 50. And he also led segment number 2 at lap 100.
And you were really, you need to get off of that pink car. The pink has you in a trance.
It does. It has me. Yeah.
Okay. Tyler Conroy led the first segment at lap 50 and the second at lap 100.
Yes, he did.
Yes. For anybody taking notes at home, which is probably nobody. But yeah, the pink car and you're looking at it into the pink wheels, and it just got you all jacked up.
Yeah, the kitty on the front, man's got me messed up, I guess, a little bit.
It's an evil Hello Kitty. I don't know much about Hello Kitty. I have no idea what that is, but
I don't either.
Just looking at that, I want no part of it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a very nice cat. Well, but you know what? The guy behind the wheel.
Cats are terrible people.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm not a big cat person either, but they're a bunch of this. Hey, but I'll tell you what, the guy behind the wheel of that machine tonight, he's definitely an evil driver because he's done very, very well, and he could pull this off, the win here tonight. So, even though No Fear himself out there, Tyler Conroy has dominated tonight. Don't count out that man in the 13 machine, Cedric Hunter, but don't count out Zach Hall either. Heck, don't count any of them out. I mean, Robert's looking good. We've got Jeff Gilmore up there in the 57 machine looking very good. Eddie Young, look at that. That's another rookie right there. He's going to be starting in the 4th spot. He qualified 16th and now starting he's in 4th spot.
These guys are all doing a great job, man. You got to give it to them. This has been a great race. They've done a wonderful job holding on to it. We knew there was going to be some spins here and there off of 2 and 4. That's to be expected with these the track temp being the way it is and everything. But done a great job. But tell you what, man, these boys, it's a good thing they brought their trapper keeper because right now, Tyler's taking them to school.
Yes, he is.
Man, they're going to have to pump it up right here.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you that. And you said it. You said it, man, with authority right there. Awesome saying. I'm going to throw the blimp cam up here for old IU Dave. He loves blimp cams, and he loves looking at the action from up above. And on a short track like this, we're definitely going to get some good action here. It's like you said, Tyler Conroy, the man out front, looking very, very good. He's got Cedric Hunter right there on his outside. Pace car's in, going to send it. He's going to hammer through the gears, put the pedal to the metal, and head off into turn number 1 as they slowly going. Green flag in the air. We are side by side again. Listen to these things storm off down into turn number 1.
Oh, and Cedric fighting back on the outside right there. Tyler, that's doing a great job right here. And we saw him earlier being able to hold on that outside line there on fresh tires. So we'll see how it works out. Oh, and net code.
Oh, yes, that was a big net code right there because it didn't really put any damage on his car, but boy, it jacked it up there on the outside over just a little bit. We saw, well, the No Fear, he punched the kitty right in the side. We got a car spinning. That's Brandon Mullen. Brandon Mullen now looks like a modified. Let's go back here and watch what happened with these guys back here in the back here, John. I saw it in the kind of corner of the eye while we was watching that. He's back here battling. Oh, but these guys back here are just a dog fighting it right here. Oh, he lost it. That's a good job by Bob Skinner to avoid him.
It's amazing how far he went, just sliding all the way down the front stretch here towards the end, through the center, and then coming off the turn.
Yeah, and nobody hit him except for the 82 there at the end, unfortunately. But wow, you're right. For him to slide that long and none of those guys in front of him to take him out, wow. Well, excuse me, saw a little bit of a net code right there involved between the number 2 and the 13. Kind of no harm, no foul type of deal right there. So Tyler Conroy, he punched the lights out almost on the Hello Kitty machine there. Maybe he got tired of looking at the cat all night long. What happened?
I don't know what to say.
Oh, my bad. All right.
I'm just sitting here because I don't know.
Well, right now, here's something you can say, because if on a start right now on this restart, folks, let me throw the scenario down to you that can happen. You're going to have No Fear out front, Tyler Conroy. You got the man behind him, Zach Hall, who is just bad fast in the machine he's got. But we're going to have a cat fight there in 3rd and 4th place between the 2 cat machines. With that said, we might have lost John.
I'm just lost mentally. You keep talking about Hello Kitty. I don't know what to think.
Well, it is true. You got the Caterpillar and the Hello Kitty. They're going to have a cat fight on this restart.
Yeah, well, one is way more powerful than the other.
And yeah, you're right. That's true. What's a commercial, man, for Caterpillar? That's the train. If you drove a train, what's the Caterpillars? I don't know what their commercial is.
I don't know. I have no idea. I've never seen a Caterpillar commercial.
You know what? That's right. I ain't either. I've seen a train. You know, nothing can stop a train or something like that. I don't know. Chevy's like a rock, so I don't know.
You said that with a little disdain in your voice.
I'm not a Chevy person. Maybe that's why I like the Hello Kitty car. He's in a Ford.
Yeah, I really doubt that's it, but we'll go with that. That's what that's going to help you go to sleep tonight.
Well, folks, we're under caution here, and we're at lap 121, so we're actually getting down here to where business is about to pick up here. We're going to see these guys, or the urgency is going to set in, and now we're going to see who has what. As we're closing in on the laps, we're going to have probably what about, well, we're getting close to 25, a little bit over 25 when we go back green flag racing. And this is going to be exciting. If it's anything like we've seen all night long, John, these guys have just put the hammer down and it's been awesome.
They've done a great job. We're going to see the 32 and 2 go back out of here and have a 13 who's also been fast and showing some speed to get up here up front and fight. So it'll be an interesting restart here.
Absolutely. Right now, the pace car's looking good. Tyler Conroy has been the man out front all night long. I don't know if anybody has an answer to him tonight, but we're going to see if Zach Hall can, who put it on pole earlier on. You've got Cedric Hunter right there. Jeff Gilmore, don't count him out. Started 5th also here tonight. So looking good. Also, Robert Moyer's there. Dominic Lee. So we got a lot of new guys here. Pace cars in. These monster machines are about to set the roar as they head on. Number 1, Tyler Conroy, and at number 2, he hammers it down, setting off through the gears right there. Looking very, very good as they're stacked 2 by 2 going into turn number 1.
Yeah, 32 has to stay high here for that. Let that 57 get the run on the inside. They're going to be side by side here. And 32 is going to really drive that thing in there deep.
Yeah, it is right there. Looking very, very good as he's heading off into turn number 1. These guys, man, are putting it to the wind right there. You've got, oh, we got a car spinning.
Yeah, that looked like the 06.
The 06 machine. And we're under caution. Let's see what happened to the 06. Oh, there was a dogfight back there. He was all over the back end of the 18. 12's on the inside of him. Robert Moyer was right there. Just a traffic jam.
Looked like a little bit of net code between those two as well.
All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, that definitely did, man, because that was not, if that was a hit, that was a very, very light one. I'm with you. That looked more like a shot of a net code there, so.
Yeah, and unfortunately those things happen, and they a lot more prevalent on short track racing. I have a thesaurus as well, Joe.
There you
prevalent,
go. Well,
so.
you're highly educated than I am.
Am I?
I guess. I don't know. Probably got like 9 million college degrees and stuff.
Oh yeah, because if I had those, yeah, I'd be sitting here in Martinsville in my living room, calling a race.
Well, you
Friday night,
went through
Saturday
the military,
night, whatever day
man.
it is. What is today? I don't even know what today is. It's a Saturday.
It's a Saturday. Yeah,
man, I'm lost,
awesome.
bro.
Man, I get that way. Don't feel bad. What's wrong, Tim? I know you out there in the chat said, guys, what happened? Well, what happened was the 06 machine, he looked like a little net code between him and the other car there, and unfortunately he got the bad end of it and spun around here. But getting down here to closing laps here, John. Going to probably be, by the time we go back green flag racing, probably going to be about a 21 or so, something around. It might be 20 to 21.
Oh yeah, we're going to see these guys put it to the win here, but I really think it's going to be hard to catch that too. I told you, pre-race that was my pick there because he's so consistent. He lays down fast laps, and each lap is consistently fast. They're slower lap times, and that's to be expected throughout the run.
Yep.
But they're good fall-off times, and that's what I mean by consistent, and that's what you got to have on a short track.
Well, look who's in second place. Old Bob Skinner.
Bob Skinner with the new look on the hood because you asked for it.
Well, that's his normal look on the hood. He had a new look last time. He had an evil fish that you were wondering where the fish was, and I said it was a fish with big teeth and sunglasses last week.
Yeah, but I couldn't see his car though because my trading paints didn't want to work right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he had the nitro fish last week. And guess who just all of a sudden shows up in the chat?
Well, he probably texted her and said, "Hey, I'm running up front now," and she was like, "Well, I'll watch you now because when you're in the back,
yeah.
I don't want to watch all that."
Yeah. Well, so you know what would have been cool is if he would have had the fish out this week and the Hello Kitty would have been there, then maybe Cedric Hunter wouldn't have been running as good because Kitty's probably, well, actually, maybe that would be wrong. He might be running better because Kitty's man would be out there trying to run the fish down.
You were just obsessed. You're just not going to let this go.
It's funny, man. It's cool, man. It's got a big, puffy kitty head on his hood.
Yes.
And Skinner, Bob Skinner, I'm not going to say, but he's got girls on his hood. You think of the reference. Anyways, going back green flag racing here, folks. Tyler Conroy is the man out front. Bob Skinner right there behind him. And I tell you what, Zach Hall is the man right there. Pace car is about to take off. And we're going to have 20 laps to go here. Going to be a shootout. And yes, I tell you, Tina said she was asleep. That's what he did. He texted her.
Woke her up. Now she's mad.
Yep.
Now she's on here. She got to watch because he's up front.
Yep.
So she's tired and angry and
Not
a
good.
woman. Not a good combo there.
Not good. Well, Bob, you better go and you better put the hammer down and take off right now. Tyler Convoy looking good. And Bob Skinner, boy, he is. He's putting the fight up. As look at Zach Hall thought about taking it 3 wide. Yes, he did. And Cedric Hunter's thinking about it.
And Bob Skinner just the man called on the outside right here.
Yeah, and
Not
he's
a
got
good
some
spot
bad
for him to be in. He's got to find a way to get back down there.
Yeah, he's got some bad fast cars around him right there, man. Just I'm right behind him. They're going 3 wide, but Tyler Conroy, Zach Hall, them guys, man, are just nose to tail, take it off. Boy, it is a dog fight behind them with Robert Moyer back there and the 18 machine, 82 right there. Wow.
Yeah, 82 finally got back down there, so he's running in 4th. And Robert Moyer now is the man on the outside trying to get back down there.
Yeah, it is. Robert Moore stuck on the outside, and
Very close.
God, well, I tell you, it's been some awesome driving, awesome skill
and
driving.
look at the leaders.
Oh, they bumped. Yes,
Wow.
they did. They got into each other there, John.
Yeah, it looked like the 2 was throwing a block there, and the 32 just did not let up. And said, since you want to block me, I'm going to drive it in here as hard. And 13 goes in and gets into 32.
Oh, yeah, the Hello Kitty machine there. Cedric Hunter drove that thing. Well, I tell you what, business is about to pick up. Bob Skinner says, hey, fellas, battle some more. I might come out here a winner. I'm right behind you.
Bob Skinner's got another problem right there in that 2 car. He might want to watch out because Tyler is coming up through here, and you can bet that there's a fire lit under him now.
You better believe it right now. No Fear machine is coming to the front. Zach Hall's going to look in his rearview mirror and go, uh-oh, I got trouble, man. This guy's got no fear. Are we going to see a payback move here? Who knows? But right now, these guys, man, our business is picking up front. They have definitely, man, getting the job done. You want the exciting racing? Here we go. Folks, the closing laps. We got 15 to go here tonight. The man, the number 2, he's dominating. But right now, Cedric Hunter out front. And looking very, very good. Zach Hall right there in 2nd. Tyler Hunter. Bob Skinner holding on to 4th.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the 2 right here, if he can get to the bumper at that 32, if he's going to hold it down on the bottom, we're going to see him use the bumper right here. But he's got to let that thing roll a little bit. Looks like he can't get back to the throttle when he wants to.
Yeah, no, he can. I tell you, he might have a little bit of damage on that affair that they got into each other. Right now, tires is going to play a thing. They're going to have to cool down just a little bit. I think they're going to be one more run, last dash effort right here. Cedric, you're seeing probably 3 of the best here in the RacinFreeks Sim Racing League, sponsored by Stock Car Racing Experience. Do battle here at Richmond International Speedway, folks, and we're bringing all this action. Hey. I hope nobody's left. And Tina, you definitely woke up at the right time, because right now it is definitely these guys have woke up front, and they are 3 and 4 wide behind them, John.
And it's unbelievable racing all over the place. The 13 gets loose coming off of 2, and that lets the 32 get to his outside.
Oh man, I tell you what, they're battling up front, and look at this crowd of a hornet's nest behind them. I don't know where to go at on this.
Yeah, I'm still watching the leaders here to see if anything happens. You're watching those guys, they're all over.
Yeah, because Bob Skinner just got in the back of the 18. They're almost sent him around. They are still pounding each other back there. Wow. Caution.
Yeah, we've got a wreck.
Oh, yeah. You saw it coming, folks. The 18, the Dominic Lee, Bob Skinner was just, beating on each other a little bit. Let's go back on it. I didn't know which way to go there, John. You were watching the front side. I was watching this, man, a battle going on. Right here we go. Bob Skinner got a heck of a run on the 18 machine going into the turn. Just a little bump right there. Boy, a heck of a driving job at the 18. Hold on to it, you guys.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Joe. It looked like the 18 was loose coming off of 2 and just never could get the traction back. So you could see the rear end of that thing just fishtailing all over, and the 82 got into him. So obviously not on purpose.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Oh, God, boy, I tell you, it's some hard racing. What happened?
The 24 just spun the 18 at the start-finish line.
Okay, well, we're... Really?
Yes.
All right, well, let's go back on the replay on the 18 here and see. You hear any chatter on what might happen?
Oh, I'm listening, but nothing's been said yet.
Okay. All right. Well, we're seeing the 24 machine, which is, you know, Derek and the hot dog machine. The 18, they're getting back going again. We're watching at the end of the last wreck there, and the 18's still spinning his tires trying to get that thing straight. And they're riding around under caution, and maybe he was just trying to hand him a hot dog. I don't know. I'm not speculating. So I have no clue.
I don't know. And honestly, there's been no radio chatter about it.
All right. Well, this is going to be interesting because this is now going to set up here for an awesome finale here, Richmond International Speedway, because here's your scenario. We saw it there live a minute ago. The battle between the 32 and the 2. Tyler Conroy and Zach Hall. Those guys were going at it, man, left and right. And now, guess who's going to start 1 and 2? And it's going to be about 6 laps to go, maybe 5 to go when we go green flag. Next caution comes out, guess what? That's going to end it. So these guys know that. But they've got the main man behind them, Robert Moyer there, John. So how much do you say, you know what? Might be the main admin and owner. But I want to win this race.
Well, if I was a 16 car, this is what I would do. I would sit back and let the 32 and the 2 go at each other because it's going to happen.
Yep.
And if they wreck each other, trying to retaliate a little bit from what happened earlier, you know, Robert could be the beneficiary of that as long as he's, you know, back off of those guys a little bit. But we'll see. You know, Robert may just put it to it right here, knowing that those two were looking at each other and they're not paying attention to him.
Absolutely, you're correct on that one. And so either way, scenario can be played at definitely. And yeah, John, out in the chat, you're right. The hot dog car out there is kind of looking like a hit dog. He's been hit every which way, the right way, run over a couple times, and yeah, kind of crazy. But hey, you can't take anything away from this race. John, this has been one tremendous, awesome race tonight.
Oh, these guys have done a tremendous job. Been a very exciting race to watch. Seeing a little bit of tempers there, that's to be expected on a short track, man. You're getting, you know, beat on and hit in places you don't want to get hit, and, you know, you want that space. But, man, here towards the end of these races, you've got to go, and if you don't want to get hit, you just need to get out of the way.
Yep, absolutely. Well, right now, we're getting down to it because this right here, probably, folks, is going to be the last restart. Pace car takes that hard left turn on pit road. Going to send these monster machines. Tyler Conroy has control of the field. He puts a hammer down right here. Zach Hallman takes off.
Oh.
He spun the tires.
Spun big time and has lost a
4
ton of track
wide.
position. 3 wide now. Tyler's still stuck up there. 13 hits a 6, and the 6 is around. Caution's coming out.
I don't know if that's going to end it. No, we're going to have a green-white checkered. Wow. Oh, man. So, we couldn't have painted a prettier picture or a heck of a finish, you know, because that right there, go back and watch that again here. Tyler Conroy, folks, spun those tires big. They went 4 wide. Into turn 1, the 06 had nowhere to go, just lost it. Oh, unfortunately though, man, Cedric Hunter right there was involved also in that one. Man, just wow. So, if you're Robert Moyer, what now?
You just keep turning caution laps and see if you get a green-white checkered now.
Well, I'm pretty sure we will. They didn't clip that 5 to go or past the 5 to go. This is actually the same. If you watch the Extreme Motorsports 99.com race last past Thursday, folks, go back and relive the last 15 laps of that one. You'll know what I'm talking about when I say 5 laps and a 1 lap shootout, because you want to talk about a thriller of an ending. That race had one heck of it, had everything in the world packed all up, rolled up into 1 and 10 laps right there. So, and it was a battle for a championship, and the same scenario here. we're probably going to have a green-white checkered. And does Robert Moyer, is his driving style? We don't know. And when I say this, I have the utmost respect. Is it aggressive enough to go after Zach Hall, or does he just play it patient like he has been all day?
He is going to be clean, if I had to say. He's not going to go in here and really rough up one of his drivers. Now, if he can get the bumper to him and just give him a little tap, push him up a track, he might do it. But the restart would be the key. But
you know what, John? If he finishes second, guess what? That's something he said. He gonna get an interview.
I don't know. I don't know that we're going to go back to green because they came around at 146.
If the lights go out this time, then we're going with a green-white checker. If the lights go out the pace car when they come across that line this time, we got one more lap. If they don't, they don't.
Yeah, and they're still on.
They still are on, so I do not think, and I think this one's over. That's ironic, because normally when they would have went to 5 laps, so must have, when that thing clicked, they got it right right there, just past the 5 lap mark, and it wasn't before it.
Yeah, if they would have come around with the caution being out at 145, then they'd have a green-white checker, but it was at 146.
Yep. So, well, there you go, folks. We were thinking of green-white, but tonight's winner under caution, Zach Hall, and a wild finish to this one. And let's just recap it right fast. Tyler Conroy in the number 2 spun his tires on the restart, and it just locked up the field behind him. They went 4 wide, folks. Let me repeat that again. 4 wide going into turn 1. The 06 machine just lost it and spun around, and they didn't get back to the line in time with 5 to go. It had already clicked off that number, and that's why we're ending this one under caution here tonight. So congratulations to Zach Hall. Robert Moyer's going to finish in second. Look at that, Jeff Gilmore right there in the Caterpillar machine going to round out the top 3. But guess what, John? Robert Moyer gets to talk after the race.
Oh, yeah, and he's excited.
He is.
I rode along with the 2, went back into that replay and got in the cockpit view, and his RPMs were so low, and then all of a sudden he just matted the gas, and that was just the undoing of all that. You just cannot have your revs that low on a restart when you got worn out tires.
Yep. Well, you couldn't have painted a prettier picture for a race tonight. These guys, man, did a tremendous job here tonight. It'll be a really quick race summer here as we head out of here with 150 laps, 15 lead changes, 11 cautions here tonight for 150 laps total. So, not bad of a race, but I tell you what, look at that. A show of respect. They're out there, man, just, Robert Moyer, he's got to be happy. He ran a tremendous race. Definitely congratulations to Zach Hall pulling off the win here. But Robert Moyer finishing there in second. And Jeff Gilmore, got to give him all the credit in the world. That man hung in there to the end. I mean, we saw battling. We saw everything here. I loved it.
It was a great race. And Robert Moyer is so excited that he gets an interview.
That's awesome. Well, tell you what, we're going to let's see where they at here in team speak. First off, let's see if we can bring them up in the waiting room here, John. Looking for there's Jeff Gilmore. I believe he's down there with James Hackworth. And then we're going to bring up Robert Moyer in the waiting room. And who are we looking for? Zach Hall?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, I'll let you pull up. Oh, can you pull them up, or do I need to pull them up?
I think I can.
Okay. Well, I'll let you pull up there Jeff Gilmore. Get a talk with him here, because I know that man's going to be very excited there nonetheless. And what a race.
Hey, Jeff Gilmore, John Wimbish, and Joe White in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, boy, congratulations coming in third there. It was a very interesting race there at the end. Tell us a little bit about your race tonight and what your strategy was there at the end.
Oh my goodness, yeah, I was a yo-yo tonight for sure. Just want to thank the boys, my team, Atomic Motorsports, and my sponsor Caterpillar. They put a good car together for me tonight. But yeah, I was able to come back from from 2 laps down at one point. I had to serve a penalty there at the beginning, and then had a few incidences here and there, but was able to get up into the top 5 after a long run and held on for a top 5 finish. I was pretty happy with that.
Yeah, it's a great run for you tonight. Good points night for you, so I know you got to be happy with that. So congratulations on third, bud.
Thanks very much. Thanks for the broadcast. Take it easy.
10-4. All right, man. We'll see you in the next one. Hey, Robert Moyers, John Wimbish, and Joe White up in the booth. You get a copy?
Woo! Got a copy.
Well, bud, tell us about your race tonight. You did a great job. Kept it clean, as you normally do. Very patient coming up through there, and things worked out for you in the end.
Yeah, what a race. Oh, man, I'll tell you, that last restart, I almost spun it, and it took it down into the grass, but I got off the gas and saved it. I don't know what to say. The car was... felt really good on a long run. About 15 laps into it, it really hooked up coming out of the corner, but everybody was beating me getting in the corner because I braked way earlier than everybody else.
Well, tell us a little bit, what was your strategy there with that restart? Were you going to use the bumper or not? Me and Joe were debating on whether or not you would do it, and I want to know.
Used the bumper on the 32? No.
Oh, yeah.
We already had something scheduled for with teamwork, but then we realized the race wasn't going to have one to go. So no, there's a strategy put behind. And me, I don't put bumpers to people. I never did and never will.
I knew it. I told you, Joe, he's too clean, and that's how he runs. So, but it's a great job by you, Robert. Congratulations. I know you're extremely excited with second place. It was a good run for you. Good points tonight, so congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you guys for putting on the show. Thank you. I finally got second running these guys. They're hard to beat. So taking second at Richmond, whew, I'll take it. Well, yeah, man. I love it.
Yeah, it was a great job, man. You guys, you all did a fantastic job. I know you got to be happy with this race and the show these guys put on. It was really exciting for us to watch. It was just amazing.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was. I'm happy with everybody. It was great racing out there.
10-4, Bo. Well, congratulations again, and we'll see you in the next one.
Woo! Thank you. No, guys later.
All right, Joe. We'll put it up to you here as we know where you're going.
Yeah, let's head off on down here on the victory lane. Here's tonight's winner, Richmond International Speedway, folks. Zach Hall, he pulled that thing off, looked very good doing it. He did a lot of battling out there, folks, tonight, and he definitely looked very good. Zach Hall's Joe White up in the booth. Got a copy?
10-4, I do, Joe.
Well, Zach, I tell you had that 32 machine rolling around here. We were unsure if that thing was going to go back on a green-white check. I guess y'all just crossed the line right in time for it to click and not happen. But nonetheless, man, on that last restart, with Tyler Conroy spinning the tires like he did, and the whole field getting stacked up. But boy, early on in the race, we got asked, and me and John was like, you two got into each other. Was that just hard racing, or how was you feeling when y'all got into each other back then?
Well, I don't want to do that, you know. I don't want to get in anybody to move them out the way. But the way I looked at it, man, is just I had a big run coming off of 2, and like I couldn't give it up. Guys with new tires behind me, it was go time, and I feel bad for moving them out the way and stuff. I mean, I didn't try to move them out the way like to wreck him. I just tried to bump him up, but he blocked me all the way to the low side. And I mean, we've had at Texas, you know, I like racing Tyler. We always race the show real clean, but you know, when it gets down to business time, you gotta sometimes do what you gotta do. And I'll probably get it back later in the season. I mean, I'll completely understand that, but it sucks moving somebody out the way, but I just had to go, and it just had to be done.
Well, I'll tell you what, you definitely still looked very good out there, and it still was a lot of respectful racing. You and him was battling it out there at one time, side by side for several laps. Looked very good, and I was telling you, anybody else probably would have took each other out. But it was some very good sportsman style racing out there. Short track, you gotta love it. Fans and viewers out here loved it. But again, I got my hats off. Congratulations for the win here tonight at Richmond Speedway. Got anybody out there you want to thank?
Oh yeah, I want to thank my teammates. They're awesome guys. Brian Johnson wasn't here tonight. He was at NHRA in the race in Charlotte, and big shout out to him. He couldn't be here tonight, but also want to shout out Robert on his second place finish. That's awesome 1-2 tonight for PRT, and Christopher Matthews. And want to thank the admins too, guys who get it done every week. We do a great job, and I want to thank you guys too. That was a hard fought race. Let's just say I was on the edge of my seat the whole time.
Well, absolutely, man. Definitely, me and John, we loved sitting up here. We were calling this action, and we loved it. I mean, we were on the edge of our seat, and so was the viewers out here watching it lap after lap, because y'all were just putting on a tremendously awesome show. Hated it, hit it under the caution like I did, but hey, nonetheless, that whole last lap ordeal was definitely exciting to watch. It was exciting throughout the whole entire thing. So again, congratulations, tonight's winner, Richmond International Speedway for the RacinFreeks Sim Racing League, sponsored by Stock Car Racing Experience, Zach Hall.
Thank you very much, Joe, and also 2 in a row. Hell yeah.
All right, well, good deal. John, I'll tell you what, there's one pumped up guy. Let's go get our running order here. Results tonight, Zach Hall pulling the win off here at Richmond. Robert Moyer right there coming in second. Jeff Gilmore in third. Mark Whitley in fourth. Eugene Wilkerson rounds at the top 5. James Hackworth Jr. in 6th. Eddie Young right there, newcomer, he's a rookie, finishing in 7th. Tyler Conroy all the way back there. He kind of fought back a little bit, got up to 8th. Cedric Hunter himself right there in 9th. And Bob Skinner rounds out the top 10.
Yeah, Dominic Lee in 11th. John Mustang Jr. 12th. Derek Paulson 13th. Tom Drilling, you call him, 14th. John LeBombard 15th. Hilton T. Young 16th. Edward Burrell 17th. Brendan Mullen 18th. And Christopher Matthews in 19th.
All right, well, you know, we had everything here. We had drama, excitement, hard fought action, cool looking sponsors by the way out there, and wild paint jobs, and it just was one. I don't know, you couldn't have wrote a book any better than what we saw here tonight at Richmond. You got any final thoughts out here for this race, John?
It's just exciting, short track racing. That's exactly what you would expect from this track and what it provides here. And a great job by them setting the track up the way they did. Just, really showed you that you had to be a good driver and keep the wheels, keep the tires underneath you and keep everything in good shape. But, great job by Zach Hall to keep fighting and get up there. But, Robert Moyer coming in second. I know he's excited about it. Good to see him come out here with a good finish. He does a great job with this league and, trying to get good drivers in here and put on a good show. But he races every week as well, so good to see him have a good run tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, folks, tune in tomorrow night. Like I said, at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to be here at OSR Network, Winstel Cup action. We're going to be at Homestead to kick off their season opener right there in the K&N machines. And then right after that, hey, if you want to stay up late, John T. Wimbiss, he's going to be racing. We got Monday Night Thunder guys. They're going to be there at Rockingham, The Rock. Again, some more K&N style car ARCA series here on iRacing. John T. Wimbiss is going to be out there on the out there running around with those guys. That'll be around 9:15 p.m. at Eastern Time tomorrow night. So, for me and John Wimbiss up here and all the viewers and all the drivers out there, we hope you enjoyed this race. And tune in tomorrow night for some more great action here on OSR Network. Appreciate each and every one of you, and everyone have a good night.
Have you ever wanted to drive a real race car on a famous NASCAR track? The staff at Stock Car Racing Experience will suit you up, teach you what you need to know, and put you behind the wheel of a 160-mile-per-hour stock car on NASCAR's famous Pocono Raceway.
That was great. I enjoyed it. Unbelievable.
It's that unique, one-of-a-kind experience you'll never forget.
It was definitely worth it.
The second time I did it, and I'm still shaking.
Call or register online at 877stockcar.com for a heart-pounding, once-in-a-lifetime experience. You won't forget it.